Good evening, everybody. How are you doing tonight? Okay, I know it is late East Coast time, and it's probably like, why in the world is she recording this video at this time of the night? But I wanted to not let the moment pass without addressing individuals and how the big, beautiful bill is going to impact you. So I just want to go over real quick a few things you should keep in mind because the time is ticking and we'll be in a new year before you know it. So here we go. Individuals. First thing I want to mention as far as what can help you with this new bill is SALT. What is SALT anyway? That's the state and local tax that you get taken out of your income if you live in a state that has that. So before, people who lived in like New York or California, they were paying pretty high real estate taxes. And the limit before was like $10,000 that you could itemize. Well, now it's gone up to 40,000. It doesn't stay permanent though. Over the years after that, it's going to phase out, and it may phase out even with some income thresholds, but people should be able to relax because now they can have more of their taxes itemized. So that's one positive thing to keep in mind. Another thing is taxes on tips. That's been a big topic for those who are impacted by taxing tipping income. So up to $25,000 is not taxable. Now, granted, there are some requirements, such as it has to be a voluntary tip. If your bill already comes with a predetermined tip amount on there, then it may not count towards the 25,000. So I'm sure restaurants are trying to adjust for that. And you may have noticed how sometimes now that restaurants are kind of separating out tipping the waiter or waitress, and I've seen it even in personal services. That's where you tip them separately from the service. But you may have more to come on that part. But that's something to keep in mind, and that actually will help people out because if they get a good amount of their money from tips, they will be able to exclude a certain amount. Child tax credit's going to increase from 2,000 to 2,250 this 2,200 next year for children under 16 years of age. When you hit 17, you no longer get that $2,000 child tax credit because that child is now considered another dependent when they hit 17. But something to keep in mind. Now, seniors will be very excited because in addition to their regular exemption, they will get an additional $6,000 deduction. That also is not permanent, but what it can help is those seniors who get Social Security and they don't pay any federal tax. Well, this extra $6,000 will actually help them. So they might see a actual refund. Because I've seen quite a few people when they get their taxes done and they don't have any withholdings taken out and they actually end up owing. But this actually just might help them. So I think the seniors will be excited about that. And again, it does phase out, but for now, for 25, it should be a good thing for you. Another thing that's actually new is that a lot of times people, when they would itemize, they can deduct charitable contributions, and itemizers could not deduct a charitable contribution. But now, as effective 2025, if you paid cash towards your favorite nonprofit organization up to $1,000 if you're single, or 2,000 if you're married, you can actually reduce your income, your taxable income, by that amount. So that's something new. um Not sure if there's a final permanent. I don't know if there's a permanent on that one, but that's definitely something that's new. Another thing that's new is auto interest. If you financed a car, new or used this year, leased, doesn't matter. If you financed it and you're paying interest on it, there is a deduction there up to $10,000. So that car needs to be assembled in the US, a final assembly. So there, and I think it has to weigh no more than 6,000 pounds. But that is something new. So that's actually something to look forward to if you did buy a vehicle this year. So that can also help you out, and that has nothing to do with itemizing. So keep that in mind. Two more things I want to cover is this year. This also new is the Trump accounts. If any baby that's born during the current administration's term, you'll get $1,000 in the name of that child to be held for that child until they turn 18. So you won't get it in cash, but it's going to be invested for that child. This will be retirement account. So that's actually a good thing. And once they turn 18, I'm not sure what happens at that point, but it's a good start to help those who are having children. I think there are income thresholds for that as well. More information will be coming forth. Last thing I want to mention is the estate tax. Now the exemption has jumped up pretty high for those high rollers that are making 15 million if you're an individual, or 30 million as a married couples. Your estate tax is a lifetime exemption that stays there. So those really large estates, you can have an exemption of a large amount of money. So that will help you when it comes time to, unfortunately, in your demise, whoever's doing your taxes, it will reduce quite a bit from your estate if they're exempting 15 million and 30 million. So there you have it. I just wanted to jump on here and just mention some positive things that will help out individuals and the impact that you will feel when you're doing your 2025 taxes. Also, keep in mind that the IRS is probably going to be short-staffed, and I believe they'll start taking returns around the 24th of January. I'm not exactly sure yet, but just make sure you get your records ready, because before you know it, it'll be time to file. You still have a few more days to get your things in order. You can, quite a few things you can still do. And if you have any questions, you can call my office, but you can also contact me at lbllc.net. You can email me, Lawanda at lbllc.net. You can also reach me on social media, Lawanda Bennyfield LLC. I'm on YouTube, as you can see, so definitely like my channel. It's Lawanda underscore your CPA. So I hope to hear from you soon, and I thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.